You know what's the actual thing that's stopping you really stand out? It's not your fantastic product, because that really is fantastic. It's not your unbeatable pricing. It's not even your pharaonic marketing budget. No, it's something much closer to home, something you already have, something that no one can take from you, something that is truly unique to you. It's your story. And you know what? It won't cost you an extra penny to tell it. Why, you may ask? Well, I'm about to tell you. Well, firstly, it's an opportunity to be authentic. Now, I know everyone and his mother wants to be authentic these days, and most people really don't know how to do it. They've got these perfect pictures, they've got these perfect scripts, they've got this perfect bloody everything. And you know what? Life isn't like that. That's kind of quite fake. What people are interested in is your real story. It's the downs as well as the ups. It's the ins as well as the outs. It's what you really think, it's what you really live, it's what you really express. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that you have to talk about your breakfast. In fact, unless you're in the food trade, you shouldn't be talking about your breakfast. This is all about the things that you experience as part of your work. It's how you help your clients, how you came to do what you do, all the things like that. It's not about spreading your personal life all over the internet. No one's really interested in that, not that much anyway. But where it relates to your business and what you do, that is really important. Because people want to know what makes you tick, because they relate to that kind of thing. They want to get to know you as people, especially if you are a very small business, but even if you're a bit bigger than that, because you're still made up of people, believe it or not. And as an extension of that, it's an opportunity to build connections, because we are in a connection economy today where everyone is searching for eyeballs on screens. That's the big competition. And the smart people these days are building connections, are building relationships with people, because once your name appears on the screen, let's face it, again and again and again, that's the way you're going to get recognized. Not in one big splash, not in thinking, oh, the algorithm's against me because there's too much competition. No, it's in turning up in little micro appearances almost every day, sometimes more if you want to, so that people get to know you, people get to recognize you, make connections with you and what you do. Thirdly, let's talk about the algorithm a little bit. No one really knows what the algorithm does, particularly on something like LinkedIn, but it seems that they love authenticity. Coming back to that old thing again. When was the last time you saw that? You know those posts you used to see on LinkedIn 2 or 3 years ago, pictures of workplaces with, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 people in them, all telling you what a wonderful time they were having and how successful they were, and you weren't there. You don't see those anymore because they've dive bombed. No one cares about those things anymore. Fourthly, it's a way of standing out in a crowded market. Now, without wishing to sound like a broken record here, so if you're coming back to me, I'm sorry, I'm going to repeat myself yet again. Your story is the only thing you have that makes you actually unique. It's the only thing that no one can take from you. It's the only thing that no one can imitate, because you may do the same thing as Joe Bloggs down the road, but Joe Bloggs down the road doesn't do it the same way as you do it, doesn't have your background, doesn't have your experience, doesn't have your take. So basically, you are unique. No one can copy you. And then lastly, the compound effect. I love the idea of compounding things. I mean, we all learned about compound interest when we were at school, and we didn't realise how putting one thing on top of another makes it grow exponentially. So you tell one story today, you tell one story tomorrow, then the next day and the day after that, and it all builds up into this wonderful big picture that lets people into your world. Again, we're not talking about giving away all your secrets. We're talking about showing people who you are, showing people that you understand their problems. So when Joe Bloggs comes along to you and says, "Oh, this guy gets me. This guy knows what I want. This guy understands my problem. I'm going to go and see this guy." So every vulnerable moment you share, because there is a bit of vulnerability involved here, it builds on that authenticity, it builds on that trust, because people want to know also that you are like them and you have the same problems as them, except that you've solved them. This isn't about going viral with one story, because what's the point in going with going viral with one story if all the rest of your stuff falls flat as a pancake? Because you will be a beautiful bright star in the sky, for a brief moment, but then, like any old one-hit wonder from the 70s, you'll end up busking on the street, just singing songs for your tea, basically. So the important message here is consistency. It's just keeping going with the small bits. The compound interest on your stories is immeasurable. I spent years thinking I've nothing to say, and I'm far from the only one. And it was only recently, it was 4 or 5 years ago, that I realised that I had something important to say. People wanted to hear from me, just like they want to hear from you. You may think, "Oh, I don't want to talk about myself." I'm sorry, but if you're in a business, you have to talk about yourself. And I think the most liberating thing for me, and I'm hoping it's going to be for you, is that people are waiting to hear from you. You're not imposing on them, you're not annoying them. They want to hear from you. So get out there, go on now, and start telling a story. So if you want some help getting started, I've linked in the description to a little guide that I've got, which is called How to Write About Yourself When You Have No Idea Where to Start. It'll give you the basis of the stories that you're going to tell in the future. It'll be a launch pad for you to get out there and basically slay the world. If this has been any help to you, do the LinkedIn-y stuff, YouTube-y stuff, like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.